Harvey Penick wrote early in his wonderful little red book under the topic of golf medicine. When I ask you to take an aspirin, please don't take the whole bottle. In the golf swing, a tiny change can make a huge difference. The natural inclination is to begin to overdo the tiny change that has brought success. So you exaggerate in an effort to improve even more, and soon you are lost and confused again. Lessons are not to take the place of practice, but to make practice worthwhile. It's good advice, but here's my take on that. When I teach golfers, particularly decent athletes, the little incremental errors are actually what got them to me in the first place. You get a good golfer, and we know that golf is not exactly a natural game for the human body. It's an asymmetrical movement. We're generally designed to operate symmetrically. And so a good golfer will have subtle drift in the way that they perform any of the elements of a golf swing. And those drifts are so subtle and so easily remediable by that good athlete because they can almost intuitively adjust that they don't see that the drift is heading them to the cliff until they get there and drop off. And so my reaction is to actually go hard in the other direction. Once I've established what it is that's going wrong with somebody's swing, particularly a good golfer, I actually use something a little more aggressive than Harvey Penick is recommending. I identify the, let's say, top 3 or 4 errors in order in which I think they strike my eye as being significant. And then I start clipping them off from the top. And so I pick the top one and I say, what is that motion and what is the exact opposite of it? And I ask my client to do the opposite of it. Now, what's interesting is nobody who plays with them regularly would even notice it happening. But to them, it feels like an enormous change. And it's all about getting the feel. I always encourage my clients by saying, look, all of the chat, because you know I like to talk a lot, is only there until you get the feel of what I want. And that's what we're hunting for, the feel. All sports, I'm sure, the same way. So I look for the element that is the most destructive and ask a golfer to do the exact opposite of it. Then refine that. And once that's gone, then I can sort of work my way down the list. And of course, half of the elements on the list have disappeared at that point, if I've ordered them correctly. So subtle, not always necessary. And I think that when you practice, it's better to have the element that is most destructive to you and a pretty, I think, serious countermeasure to it. Then let's see where the ball flies. It's interesting then that I have to then, if I've been successful, fix my clients' fixes, not just their problems. Because any decent golfer who's had a trend in their swing which is destructive has almost intuitively made those adjustments that I referred to a moment ago. And if you now use them, you're going to go completely in the opposite direction from the way that you want to go. Here's the irony. If we're heading in the right direction, the very shot that you most dislike about your swing is the one that you should try to hit with the new information and the new motion.